Hello guys, I'm Antoine.
And I'm Antoinette.
So we're doing something a little different. We're reacting to the very popular yet controversial Fresh and Fit. They're guests on someone's podcast apparently, and they're discussing why they think that single moms are undesirable. Sometimes these guys will be a little controversial with their beliefs about relationships, and some of their views on women can be a little controversial, and that's why we decided to share our thoughts about it.
Single guy marrying a woman with multiple kids.
Oh, stupid.
Many kids?
She's got a couple kids, yeah.
Hell nah, bro.
Yeah,
that's a dub.
Single mothers are recreational use only.
Oh, God. Recreational use only? How many kids you got, sir? And if you don't got any, why?
From my understanding, I don't think he has kids.
Yeah, because no woman wants to lay down and bear that seed.
That might be true.
I am a feminist, so come at me how you want to. If a woman said the same thing about a man, that would make her a slut, right? That certain men are just for recreational use. They're for a good time and nothing else.
He was really bold when he made that statement. So he's like,
Recreational?
only recreational use. I respect everybody's opinion.
Yeah,
These
you
fresh
have the
fit
right to
guys
your
are like, you know, they're really bold and they don't really care about what anybody thinks about their opinion and their mindsets when it comes to women and dating. And I respect that. You know, I don't agree with everything they say. I agree with some of the things they say, but not with everything they say. My girlfriend, like I told her about these fresh and fit guys, and I remember just showing her some of their content, and like she just disagreed with most of their theories about women and dating.
My issue is we are living in the 21st century, but women are still hold to the same standards of 1950s housewives. We're saying single moms. A woman doesn't become a single mom by herself. Unless she has in vitro or like adopts, you don't become a single mother by yourself.
Right.
So are we going to say the same thing about single fathers?
Or we're going to say the same thing about men who abandon their families.
No one's going to be like, single dads are just for recreational use. Say you have a single father who's raising his kids. Mm-hmm. They're seen as like these ideal human beings, but I'm like, you're just doing your responsibility as a parent. Single moms aren't put on the same pedestal.
I guess it's because you don't really see too many single dads. I
And
guess
that's
it's
a
kind of
problem.
like, it's very seldomly seen. Most courts are in favor of women having a kid.
In my lived experience, when there's a single mom, it's not because she went to court and was granted sole custody. It's because he didn't step up as a father.
Right.
I feel like with single dads, it's the opposite, where
the mom dips.
Yeah, the
mom
mom
dips. Or she's just a horrible person or horrible mom. And the dad is like, I gotta take care of these kids.
Yeah, because most of the time, you'll at least get partial custody.
We can't really assume, because even in most scenarios of the single mom, maybe the dad is still in their lives, but maybe the relationship just ended abruptly. Where sometimes relationships end.
But again, even if the dad is in their life, why then this situation not be that dating a single parent is a terrible idea? This is just about single moms. No one's saying anything about single dads.
Right.
Let's be honest, 9 times out of 10, when somebody has a kid, it's the woman's responsibility. There's a lot of single dads out there who have free time.
As a man, it is not in your best interest to marry a single mother. You take on way too much risk, because now you might lose that woman, every kid that you build an attachment with. And here's the other part: you have no legal rights to those children because they're not yours.
With this point, I actually agree. My dating preferences, I don't particularly like to date women with kids. I have in the past. It's probably something I won't do in the future. I'm not taking an extreme approach to saying single women are undateable. Absolutely not what I'm saying, but I don't have kids myself, so I feel like dating women who has kids, it's kind of like making me a parent before my time. You're being attached to the kid is not yours. Pretty much what he says, so I kind of agree with that, but do I agree that like single moms don't deserve to date, or single moms should be undesirable, you should stay with them? No, I think it's your prerogative. I feel like it's just too much baggage. You're dealing with the parent, you're dealing with the baby father, the baggage that comes with that. I'm not saying that it can't work. I think he's just maybe a little too extreme with it. I've seen cases where a mom who already had a kid married another guy and they made it work. Every circumstance is different. My preference, I don't really like dating people with kids already.
I don't totally disagree with this later statement that he said the first part for shock value. But personally, I think that people with kids should date people with kids. Because I dated a guy who had a kid and it did not work. Obviously, because I'm not with that guy.
She's with me.
She's not with you. When is the right time to meet the child? I love children, so I never really had qualms with the idea of dating somebody with children. As a single mom, there is some risk with dating in general, especially when your children are young. There are a lot of men out there who aren't trustworthy. There are men who do date single moms because they want access to their children. And it's sick and it's twisted, but it's a hard truth that we all have to swallow. I would feel more comfortable with single parents dating other single parents because you already understand the work and the dedication that it takes to have a child. People who aren't around children oftentimes don't understand how much work children are. Your priorities change as you have children. As a single parent, you can't just get up in the middle of the night and be like, I'm gonna go on a date. No, you're gonna have to find babysitters. You're gonna have to make sure your kid's okay. You're gonna need to go home at a certain amount of time. Weird that they're solely focused focused on moms. Maybe it's because they're men and that's who they're dating. I have yet to hear anybody have this much energy for single dads.
I agree. And then with that statement, I'm saying too, the only time I would date a woman with kids is if I had kids. I feel like we're both in the same boat. We kind of been there, done that. We know what it's like to raise children. But me, as being a person with no children, I don't know what that's like. I've seen scenarios when people who don't have kids dated with somebody with kids, and they felt like the kid was coming before them. You know, you got this whole scenario where it's like, the kid come before me, which they do.
Yes.
But sometimes they feel like they're left out, and they don't really know where they fit in that situation.
And when you get to the point where you are actively dating a person with children, you then have this weird place where you're a parental figure, but you're not the parent.
Yeah.
So then you have to deal with, how does discipline work? If I want to take your kid to a basketball game and your kid just starts wilding out, like, what am I supposed to do? I remember when I was little, going to the bathroom. When my dad took me out by myself, it was now, do I take this small girl into the men's room with me? Is she supposed to go into the ladies' room by herself? When you're still in the early dating stages with somebody, what do you want them to do with your kid? I do respect, maybe single moms aren't your prerogative, and that's okay. Because guess what? She's gonna find her Russell Wilson.
MILFs are a thing, man.
Yeah.
MILFs still get it. That word is created for a reason.
I think the fact that these guys seem so dorky, I think that's also why people got so much smoke for them. Because one, they're saying things for shock value, but two, you're not Idris Elba, Jason Momoa, you're not that. So it's like, if a single mom wants to date you, maybe, count your blessings.
And I did it, so I know.
You married a single mom.
Yep. As a young guy coming up, if you're single with no kids, honestly speaking, your best strategy is to have a woman that has no kids as well, because that burden, that's not your burden.
I don't like saying that a child is a burden. I understand what they are trying to say, that responsibility, probably a better word, but burden is a lot. That's a whole human being. When you get old and somebody needs to change your diapers, you don't want your kids saying that you a burden. If you have kids one day, either they're gonna throw your ass in a home or they're gonna take care of you. Are you gonna want to be called a burden? I damn sure don't. Was that too much?
No, I hear you. I hear you.
When I said diapers, your face.
I didn't want to think about it. I don't want to think about anybody changing my diaper as a grown adult.
And a single dad is not the same as a single mom.
Oh Lord. Ah, man.
He's gonna have.
Oh Lord!
He's gonna have
I
you
was
going.
trying to.
This one right here is gonna have you going for the entire duration of this video.
Didn't I try to get the? I tried. I was like, man.
Let's see what you guys just say.
I'm scared. I don't know if I want to hear. Wait.
You want to know? You want to click the play button?
Single dad is attractive to other women.
Is that true? Are ladies attracted to single dads?
Not for me.
I've been with a guy that has kids.
And is it attractive to you? What
I mean, I
Myron's
loved
saying?
him. That's why I was with him. It wasn't
That's
about
it.
kids.
Love.
But she was attracted to him because he displayed social proof of having children and being able to provide a provision for them. She might not acknowledge that, but
all right,
No, that can definitely add value.
I just rolled my eyes so hard. I think I went blind for a second.
So he's projecting his own, like, why she was attracted to
She
this
was
man.
only attracted to him because he was a provider. Honestly, the thing that makes me attracted to a man with a child is not the fact that he's a provider, it's the fact that he's a nurturer. If I see a dad out with his kid, I'm just like, oh, that warms my heart. I'm not thinking, so he can pay for the child, which is hella expensive, so that means he can pay my bill too. Dr. Evil. It's very attractive to see a man being sensitive
Exhibit
and
certain
caring.
qualities.
Yeah, like nurturing. Like when I see a dude with a dog, or even cat dad.
I didn't have any of these things when she met me.
No, but I was... For me, see a man being soft and knowing that he has the ability to do that. That's at least what I find attractive.
But I think that's what he's saying. I think he's saying that, but he's kind of like...
he specifically said providing. Maybe there are women out there who's like, yeah, single dads. That means you can provide for me financially.
Like, who's going to look at that and be predatory? Like?
Yeah, that's not... Like, you see a man with his children...
I'm not denying, but most women, like, they see a guy in a car and, like, a nice watch and, like, oh, he got money. But I don't think women see, like, somebody with a kid, like, oh, he got money to take
If he can afford the child, he can afford me.
I think women are looking at it for the reasons that you, like, he's nurturing.
This man thinks that he knows more about what's running
He
in a
just
woman's
assumed
veins.
what they were thinking.
But he asked you, were you attracted
You know?
to that, and you kind of like just...
I was attracted to him because of love. I didn't know he had kids when I met him.
Okay.
Oh! Instigated for no reason. I'm sorry. He didn't have nothing to say to that.
Okay.
He said, oh, okay.
I'm sure you knew about the kids prior to you loving him.
Yes.
Correct? Subconsciously, a man that has kids is more attractive because he's able to display, protect children. He's not weird, he's not psycho, etc. This is why men that have dogs are more attractive
Yeah.
because they're able to care for a living creature and he's not a psycho.
Yes and no, but a man can have a dog and still be a psycho. Like, it's not the fact that I know that he's not going to kill the dog. That does not mean he's not going to murder me. You can still be a serial killer and have a pet.
No, absolutely. Or kid too.
Yeah. Ted Bundy had a whole wife and child
Yeah,
that
he
he
did.
helped raise
He did.
while he
That
was out here
man-
murdering women.
That man was on a different level, like psychotic. Quite sure many of you guys know about Ted Bundy, but I looked into the archives about this guy, how he used to commit these murders.
He would use a woman nurturing quality,
To lure her.
wear like a sling,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
be like, oh, these boxes are too heavy. I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely have fallen for the Ted Bundy's trick. When I see somebody who needs help, I
Yeah.
always want to help them.
It was always so cowardly. You're killing a woman. I think it was just a fetish. It was still sickening. And,
Like Jeffrey Dahmer
know.
only killed men because he was gay. I understand what he's saying, but I think that he misconstruing it, a really dark negative thing.
I don't know if it's more attractive or not as attractive, but there is an attraction there. You're seeing how he can foster kids, and
Yeah.
you would hope that he can
But
foster
he
your
asked
kids
that and
like
you said
that.
no.
I
No,
didn't
she
say
said
no. I
yes.
said love. Love attracted me. He attracted me. His kids added value to it. Does that make sense?
He looks like he hit her with double whammy.
Right. He's like, I thought I got her, but she's coming back. She's like, no, this is what I said. And now he's kind of turned to debate.
Who are you to determine when she loved him?
They both kind of agreed that exhibiting a nurture quality is attractive. That's not the disagreement. Now you're looking for stuff to debate about. It's kind of being prolonged at this point.
Jay, you're the one that needs to leave soon.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that I.
Yeah,
Why
like
did you say
that?
that?
What did he say?
Why did he-
You're the one who needs
He
to
just politely said, yeah, you gotta leave. So, like, hurry up and make your point because you gotta get out of
You gotta
here.
get out of here.
The fact that he's reminding somebody they gotta leave makes me feel like he don't want that.
Right. That's
Like-
what it sounded like. For
Like,
real.
if somebody told me, don't forget you gotta leave, you saying you want me to get out of here?
You know,
Like,
thanks, Dad. Yeah, but you gotta go.
you gotta appoint me. You gotta, it's at 5:30. You got 5 minutes. I think he's getting uncomfortable.
Borrow some of my best friend's kids and just take them out in the town and just pick up ladies with the kids.
Just get a dog.
Dogs are very high maintenance.
And kids aren't? What?
He's like, get a dog.
What
yeah.
is this conversation?
Dogs are very high maintenance.
You think taking a gang full of kids is not gonna be a lot?
He explained how high maintenance dogs, like they're like an exotic vehicle. Like it's a war's words. I'm like, well, dogs, give them treats and groom them and like feed them.
Please.
Not saying it's easy, but like the way he made it sound as exotic, like foreign. You gotta feed them like a certain caliber of food at 5:30 exactly.
You know, or
know.
they explode. Get a mutt. Give them some love. Give them a toy. They'll be fine. We're not saying get a chihuahua.
Mutts tend to have less health issues too.
They do.
But this is a reaction to Fresh and Fit's guest appearance of Volutainment podcast. Try to be honest with our opinions. We wanted to do a Fresh and Fit reaction for quite some time now, but we landed on this video and decided to do it. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. Guys, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. We really appreciate all the feedback we've been getting lately. We're still a really small YouTube channel, so we're trying to grow. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.